Premier used the Sipha stage to paint a picture of a province turning a corner, with new investment pipelines, infrastructure projects, and job creation programs meant to revive local economies. One of the most topical issues in the Eastern Cape, which saw the Eastern Cape government subpoenaed by the South African Human Rights Commission to answer on reports of hunger and malnutrition in September last year, was also in the spotlight.
According to Stats SA Poverty Trends report of 2025, poverty in the Eastern Cape is decreasing. In 2015, about 36% of the Eastern Cape population lived below the poverty line. By 2023, that number dropped to 23%. This means more people have access to food and income support.
On the economy, the Premier acknowledged job losses in the last quarter, while pointing to growth in trade and utilities as signs of recovery. According to Stats South Africa's Quarter 4 Labour Force Survey 2025, the province has lost about 79,000 jobs over the past year, deepening pressure on households.
We must confront the sobering reality reflected in the latest quarterly Labour Force Survey results. Unemployment increased in our province when we lost about 32,000 in the fourth quarter of 2025. Even though we lost jobs, a few sectors still showed pockets of growth. It's important to acknowledge that the trade sector made the biggest positive contribution, adding 3,000 jobs as activity picked up towards the year end. Utilities also grew by 6,000 jobs, and notable rise given its small size. And private household added around 1,000 jobs as well, showing slight recovery in domestic work.
The address placed heavy emphasis on attracting private investment, with several multi-billion rand projects linked to municipalities and metros. Cooperative governance says local government performance will determine whether investors stay or walk away.
It's quite a strategic program to encourage bulk infrastructure development in all our municipalities. And as such, you have seen a lot of small municipalities benefiting investment where big malls are being to be constructed in various towns. I think we're talking now about 3 malls that are being constructed. So that bulk infrastructure that is linked to the small town revitalization program is actually crowding in investment.
Political parties in the legislature welcomed the tone of ambition, but questioned whether the speech offers firm timelines and delivery plans.
Unfortunately, the speech was full of holes, full of potholes, if I may put it that way. There's a lot of promises, but lack of accountability and implementation. For example, let's go to the issue of unemployment. The Premier has spoken about reducing unemployment all these years. But if you look back into 2020, 2021, the unemployment rate is continuing to increase each and every year.
The official opposition says the speech raised big economic themes but fell short on detail around jobs, the motor industry and service delivery, areas they say need urgent focus.
We expected much more commitment in terms of jobs. I think without a doubt that is something that affects the people of the Eastern Cape as a priority. We wanted more commitments about our economy, perhaps the motor industry, which has taken a massive knock.
With SAPA 2026 now delivered in Bisho, attention turns to how quickly plans move from speeches to implementation. The next test will be in budgets, project timelines, and whether promised investments translate into jobs and functioning local government across the province. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Sipha Kema in Bisho.